Well, been running the engine again. Looks like I've got a few leaks. These are all water. One is the radiator drain tap. The spring that's on there is old, and I don't think it's holding it closed tight enough. So I'll have to get a new little spring for that. The water pump appears to be leaking. That's really annoying, because I did do a rebuild kit on that, but hey, who knows, maybe I got something a little wrong, which is very annoying because I've done a lot of those and sold them and never had a problem. But the one I've got a problem, so something there for me to deal with. Also, there appears to be a leak from the back of the engine. I believe it's one of the heater hoses. I sure as hell hope so, because if it's the rear core plug, I'm going to be really pissed. Because the only way I know to get to that is to take the engine out. Oh shit. Fingers crossed it's not that.
Next is to do these little pieces of chrome here that are missing. Been putting that off for obvious reasons. The rest of the chrome now is pretty much fitted. It's not the best. I'm not doing the tops of the doors yet, purely because I want the body guys to have a look and see what they think first. Done the chrome strips here on both sides. Same here, this one's done. That rear door there, it's got slots in it, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it now. My intention is to put tape where the slot is open. I really did want them to weld them up, but oh well, never mind. So I'm going to put tape over the slots and then put some sealant on from the inside and let it set, and then that'll hopefully prevent any water coming in there. Oh, one other thing, I've had a horrible thought, that maybe my head gasket's leaking. Why do I say that? Well, maybe I need to retorque the head now I've run the engine up for warmth and back down again. I'll let it cool down and then I'm going to torque the head again, just to make sure, because I'd hate it to be that. I've got to look and see if I can see where it's coming from. I haven't done that yet. The engine's currently hot, so I can't reach in there with my camera and arms and scopes, etc. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. There you go. Well, I'm going to change my brake fluid for silicone. It is what I intended to do. Unfortunately, I was an idiot. And I knew .5 was the silicone. And I found a .5.1. I thought, oh, that's a new upgraded version of the silicone. So I bought it, and I put it in, and then I discovered it's not. It's an upgrade version of .3 and .4. Don't be fooled like I was. I don't want that brake fluid in my car. Sorry. Simply because I don't like the damage it can cause to the brake system and to the paintwork. Having already filled my system with it, I now have to get it out and flush the system. You have to flush the system with denatured alcohol. You got to be careful, that shit's expensive. I have found some at my local hardware store. There it is. It's called fuel denatured alcohol. And if you just buy alcohol isopropyl, which is, they say, is equivalent, but it isn't, because it does actually contain some water. That is not something I want in my system. I mean, even though it's only I'm just going to use it as a flushing agent. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flush my system. Boy, I'll get myself in some pickles, don't I? All right, anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. There's no news on the bodywork. The guys didn't turn up today. They got kind of busy with work. And, okay, fair comment. I have no problem with that. It's not like this is an emergency, and they promised to come over during the week and have a look at the car and see what they can do, or what they say. One other thing, one of my subscribers was mentioning he had this car balancer. I couldn't think of the bloody name then. And he took the rubber boot off and put a piece of rubber on the face, and then it fits. Well, that's what I'm doing. So I can't remember. I think his name was Nigel. I'm not sure. And if it's not, then whoever you are, thank you. I'm going to give this a go. The reason it's clamped there at the moment is I've just put some glue on there. It's setting, and I'm going to leave it overnight to set. And hopefully it will work, because I think this is a much better meter than the other one I've got. And then I've got to figure out how to make the damn things balance. Oops, sorry, we're off there. Okay, yeah, there you go. Oh, look, there's President Trump, our next president. Let's bloody well hope so. The idiot we've got in at the moment is allowing all these illegals here, and they are killing Americans. So he's responsible for that. Sorry, I'll get off that political shit. Right, well, I think that's about it for this video. Can't think of anything else to say. Oh, well, but hang on. I mean, let me take you for a walk here and show you what I'm doing. Now here you can see lots of tape. This is the door that had slots in it, and the tape is to prevent the glue coming through from the other side. Coming. So that again, I'll leave that overnight, and then I'll remove those pieces of tape in the morning, and then hopefully the glue will have sealed what I want it to. As you can see, I have got the rivets on the top, or the clips, or whatever you want to call the fucking things, on the top there, and they will be sitting there. I forgot my train of thought there. That's not easy. No, don't lie, it's not difficult. Here, I'm going to have to modify this. Sorry, let's do that again. I'm going to have to modify this bit of door. I don't need that piece there. I'm going to cut that off. Maybe even remove some of this down here. Yes, not something I want to do, but I need to move the frame forward. So we'll see how that goes. I've got to drill this hole out bigger for the clip there, and drill this hole out bigger for the clip. And of course on this side I also have to drill this. That's going to be a blue tape jobby. Rest the chrome there, mark it. How many clips, guys? I reckon 3 should be enough. One there, one in the middle, one there. That's my plan. I do have to trim the piece of chrome that goes here. It should tuck in, but because of the lead loading that was done, it's a little too tight, so I'll just trim it off. Yeah. I saw somebody do a modification, which too late for me now, and they just removed this piece of gutter. I guess the idea of Jaguar wise was the rain would run down there and it wouldn't go into the door, but somehow gravity, I think, would dictate otherwise. Now, what else in the doors? Oh yes, let me see if I can show you this. Hang on a second. I don't half go on, don't I? Let's put the light on. Spider glue. Hang on a second. Now you can see the blue tape there. I have squirted a load of glue between that metal bracket and the kill mat, and I'm going to squirt some more there so that it bonds it, but it doesn't bond it rock hard. Okay, it just stops it from rattling and vibrating. I've got to get some sponge to put on that pad and glue it on that pad, and that is to stop the window. The window comes down there. Now there should be a little tooth sticking up from that, but of course years have gone by, it's missing. Let me see if I can show you it on the other side. Come for a walk. Ah, there's my other lovely baby. No, not the Mercedes. I think maybe on the front door. Let me have a look. See if I can show you what I'm prattling on about. Not really. Okay, let's try this door. And yes. Let me see if I can get the camera to go in there and focus. There. You see there is a sharp tab. And that is what I can't remember what they use, like a horsehair type thing. But obviously I don't have that, so I'm going to have to get some thick or dense sponge, but I want a sponge that doesn't absorb water. Does it matter? No. But that's just the way I want to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, my gimbal's got its knickers in a twist. Let me see if I can bring it back up. There you go. Right, yeah, so I've got to find some thick sponge, probably about 1/2 inch thick. Don't know where I'm going to find that, but that's the search I will do. Right. Okay. End of this video now for you guys. Get out in that garage. Go do some shit. Send me some pictures of the shit you're doing. I love to see it. God, what a day. Okay. Just thought I'd let you guys have a decent picture to look at while you ponder my problem with the brakes. First, let me give you some background, and I am no firking slouch when it comes to bleeding brakes. I know the sequence, and I've done more brakes than I care to even think about. I have never been able to get a pedal on this car. And, maybe that's just I haven't quite managed to suck all the air out, but I somehow doubt that because I used the usual brake bleeding method. Now, do note on the front I do have Willwood dual pot brakes, and on the back is the standard Jaguar Mark II ones. So, as I said, I am changing all the fluid. I have just opened up both rear calipers, the bleed nipples. In fact, I removed the bleed nipples. And on the furthest one away, yeah, I got a reasonable amount of fluid coming out to start with. And on the not so near, I didn't get much, but I got some. Okay, no problem. So I pumped the brake pedal, and the fluid level that is in the reservoir didn't go down, and no more fluid is coming out of the rear calipers. I did not, and I will be, bench bleed the brake master cylinder. And I will be taking the brake master cylinder off because the pedals are not lining up. The clutch and the brake pedal do not line up, and it looks like I need to put another spacer in. I plumbed this brake system myself, and I'll happily send any of you a diagram as to how I routed the brake pipes. The brake system does have a vacuum tank. It does have a brand new brake booster, an upgraded one. All the pipes are new. Everything's new on it. Maybe I've done a horrendous thing that I'm not aware of. And I would love all of you that have expertise in brake systems, and I'm sorry, not just your, oh, it's probably this. No, I'm talking about people that really know brake system shit, rather than someone like me who has just bled the brake system. I put this system together myself. I believe I got everything right, but it don't work. And maybe it's just because I didn't bleed the master cylinder. Maybe it's because I have Willwood calipers on the front and they need special bleeding process. One of them. Please give me your thoughts. Let me know. And yes, even those of you that think, well, I don't know much, but I know this, send it. What the hell? I got nothing to lose, because at the moment, should the car move down the road, which is a little far away, I would like it to be able to stop rather than just using the handbrake. Yes, it's a handbrake. It's not an emergency brake. You might call it a parking brake, and I'll allow that, but it's a handbrake. Okay, that's it. Finish prattling. Get out in that garage. Go do some goddamn shit.